from from the capital city and beyond. And you know how it is? It is not a one-man show.
Absolutely. You know that what we do is give you all the gist, all the latest happenings, interactive, fun-filled, and I love to say, sporty packed.
Absolutely. People 96.1 FM Abuja, and that is VOP 961. Abuja, do well to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you keep enjoying the best of sport and everything in between. We are also streaming live on our Radio Garden app in case Abuja, and when you do, you will be christened into the VOP family. No time for dilly-dally. Let's get into the show. It's all about the Federation Cup. Yes, the President Federation Cup, as we hear that the finals have been decided, talking about the date and the venue. We hear that the grand finale of this year President Federation Cup for both the men and the women competition will take place at the MKO Abiola 2024. NFF General Secretary Dr. Muhammad Sanusi said that the date has been agreed by both the NFF and the GTI in view of the fact that Nigeria have until midnight of CAF. Job, we hear that it was CAF that facilitated the data to be announced because for the NFF, they wouldn't even do this at all.
Come on, it's not as if they wouldn't do it. It would have been in a later date. Don't forget that in the ladies category, the girls are in the quarterfinal stage. But the men, they are
in this weekend.
Exactly. And then before them, we now know 3 teams from there, one from the continent, one from the conference. That's what I see it as, planning for the rainy day. So I think the MPFL should follow suit. We should have a calendar. Like I said, I'm not one who will say we want to adopt a certain calendar and we turn our back. So we want our calendar to align with Europe. Let's make a calendar we align with.
Let's still stick with the Confederation Cup. CAF. Did I say CAF? Come on. Let's still stick with the Confederation Cup. CAF. Did I say CAF? Come on. Goalkeeper Ali.
Warriors. The Deputy Governor of Abia State conveyed the governor's message to the players immediately after that match against Aqua United. How does that make the players feel? Because for me, that's the first time we've seen that happen to Abia Warriors.
Yes. For me, I was so amazed when I heard, like, okay, the deputy governor wants to talk to us on behalf of our precious, beloved governor. So we are like, wow, this is an encouragement for us because we believe. Because
at the Lafayette Township Stadium, what at the FCT Goal Project, it will be Kebbi United against El Kanemi, newly promoted. I need to add that to give them the respect they deserve. El Kanemi Warriors of Borno State. Yes, they will take on a Kebbi United. Sport Bishop is going to be electrifying 20th of June this year.
It looks like they are making it look like it's far away, just less than 2 days from now. That is talking about on Thursday. And enjoy the best of football in Nigeria. It is our own FA Cup.
Of course, it is our own turnout and mass and support. Go see the game and of course have a good time. Let's come down to the Nigerian notice of sanction. It didn't end just, Paul Bishop. They went further to say failure by Bayelsa United to identify, prosecute, provide evidence of prosecuting the culprits may result in additional sanctions. The culprits, however, pending identification and prosecution, is banned from all NPL match venue for a year. Though good news for Bayelsa United is that they have up to 48 hours.
In our sport, actually in our own league, the top tier league, we're just coming from a total disaster that went down in Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium between Impa and Enugu Rangers, and I love the MPFL board and how they managed the situation quickly, swiftly. But again, and of course, don't forget, it was on that game where we saw Paul Shitty and they had it immediately, the game between Shooting Stars and, of course, Enugu Rangers. Absolutely. So,
and the referee was fined and demoted.
Quickly.
That was a penalty. How come a referee would not give that, Sport Bishop?
Only in Nigeria. Sorry, I'm trying not to use that word.
Complete the statement.
Only somewhere close to Ibadan. You won't let that happen. But come on. I think that was a penalty all day long and every day of the week. So, my own take was the safety of the player. How did he get past the security, got to the pitch of play, and gave a punch? That looked like the Superman punch. Something Roman Reigns would have done on Okemute Oda, And it's really sad that, yes, he was apprehended after that, but come on. Okay, but that was that. I don't think he could even continue with the game. So sad. And I think it's the right thing. 3 million. I know it's not as cumbersome as it is, but if they can get the man and prosecute him, take him to court and he's charged and tried and found guilty, sent to prison. Maybe he will serve a deterrent to every other player.
Absolutely.
That's an assault. Apart from football, football is an assault. It's not allowed anywhere in the world. So it is what it is, man. But again,
but good news for
48 hours. Okay, but it was 250,000. Okay, but that's not something you should talk about.
Come on, it's 250,000 naira.
I was expecting 3 million.
Come on, for just a punch.
You know what it takes me
for just a punch? Someone should punch me for 100K.
Well, it is what it is, man. Let's whether they would appeal or they would take it to the Court of Arbitration for Sport.
Absolutely. All right, let's still stick with the MPFL just a little bit as a coach of Aimba FC, Coach Yemi Olaruwaju. We caught up with him and he spoke to us following their defeat against the Sporting Lagos that sent the trophy from Aba to Enugu.
Talking about that game, so there was a goal that was allowed that was for offside. I think was clear. Aimba's was it the first goal before they got equalizer? But trailing by a goal to nil when they scored. The referee raised his flag. I'm not convinced that's an offside. I think that call was shady. Maybe he raised his hand too early. I don't know, but I'm trying watching it over and over again. I'm trying to convince myself that's not an offside. But I love the fact that Aimba played on. The game was from apart from that, I think that was the only mistake the referee made in that game. It was a fantastic game all through. Sporting Lagos won 2 goals, but Aimba gave a good account of themselves. But again, what does it mean? It means that Enugu Rangers are champions. Sadly.
Aimba actually learned their lesson.
Oh yes, they did.
That the goal was cancelled. They didn't walk out of the pitch. Let's hear Coach Yemi speak to us.
Coach, not the result you wanted, technically. So, what do you have to say about this game?
See, the past 2 games has been hell. I don't know. The breakdown we had after Rangers game, it is disappointing that we couldn't recover mentally because you could still see this is not the team that has been playing all through the season. So we are struggling. Honestly speaking, we are struggling mentally. I'm not really happy. But to be candid, I don't think we deserve to win today because Sporting showed that they wanted it more. If we wanted it more, we won't consider goal at 39 minutes of second half. Just 6 minutes to go and you give that kind of cheap goal. No. That is not the stuff of a champion, honestly speaking. So Sporting deserve to get the 3 points. We didn't deserve to get it.
Coach, with the title no longer in sight, and what now we have to look at is the continental slot for Aimba. How important is the last home game against Plateau United, knowing you dropped points against Bayelsa last time at home?
Yeah, they said the Africans are not arise the second time. We can't afford to toy with the game. But that's the last hope that we have. Just win and go to the continental.
We can't afford to toy with the game because that is the last hope we have. I saw a coach that was brutally honest. He said we do not deserve to win that game.
I quite agree with him. I think they were second best in that encounter to Sporting Lagos. Were fighting for their life. No, they were fighting for their life. They needed to stay. They need to stay in the league and play the MPFL next season. So they played with all they've got. Junior Locosa and the boys. Imagine a game where Junior Locosa missed the penalty.
Locosa is so experienced.
Exactly. So, but he said that their team have been suffering mentally for the past 2 games. That's been hell. Exactly. That didn't deter them. I feel they didn't recover from that Enugu Rangers game, and then they capitulated. I think there's anything better than capitulation, and that's what happened. So they went down. Yes, they gave a fight. Like I said, it was one of the best games I've watched in the MPFL this season. But Sporting Lagos showed dominance, they showed guile, they showed understanding, they showed grit. They want to stay in the league and they give themselves a chance heading to the final day with that big one, that victory. But yet again, I hope the NFF will look into that goal developed by AM. But I think that was a goal all day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
Absolutely. And we move to the biggest news in Nigerian football, and that is the saga between Victor Osimhen and coach Finidi George. The latest man to speak concerning this issue is Enugu Rangers title-winning coach Fidelis Ilechukwu. He has come out to advise the NFF to punish the Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen for his aggressive rant against the coach Finidi George. Recall that the Napoli star made aggressive comments on the former Super Eagles head coach a few hours after he tendered his resignation from the job. However, in an interview, Ilechukwu visited that Osimhen's show of disrespect must be punished by the NFF. Now, Sport Bishop, this is where I will ask you. Of course, Osimhen display a very, very, for lack of a better word, unprofessional. I don't want to use the word stupid. Let me use the word unprofessional attitude to a man of Coach Finidi George caliber. Yes, I am of the opinion that he should be dealt with. Some persons say orchestrate him out of the Super Eagles. Other people say, come on, you cannot throw a baby away with the bathwater. When you beat a child with the right hand, you definitely draw him back with the left hand. Osime is our own. Osime is a boy. I am asking, what kind of punishment should the NFF place on Victor Osimhen? Should he be banned, or should he be fined, made to apologize publicly? And of course, we know we all erred at one point of our life. But come on, for Victor Osimhen to be orchestrated out of the team, I think it's not entirely the right thing for NFF to go. But Osimhen should be punished. Don't you think so?
I think you are being mild with the word unprofessional. I think that's immature, one. And I can still use that term he wanted to use, stupid rant, because he's not a rookie. He has been playing the game for so long a time. This is the African Footballer of the Year. I'm not talking about the ball who started playing last year, you know. To go on a rant on social media, was that the best approach? Who is his advisor? Who is with him? Where's his press team? If he wanted to release a statement, why not talk to his press team and release a proper statement that we can then chew on? What was he thinking? Don't forget his antecedent doesn't help him either. He had to go with Finidi George, you know, how they used on Finidi George. I don't think that's good for radio. I used on Victor Payne, I beg your pardon, and then Guavon, and now Finidi George. What's his stake with legends, you know? But for me, I think this is what I think. I think, like you said, he's a very good player. You can't doubt his quality. I accept that. But come on, the man has to apologize.
Character above quality.
He has to apologize. When I mean apologize, not a letter, not a call to Finidi George. The way he went on publicly to go on that round, he should activate that Instagram live again and apologize. First of all, this is what he needs to apologize to Finidi George,
one,
the NFF,
two,
and Nigerians.
Three.
Because they
shouldn't apologize. Okay, you are part of the Nigerians. Okay, I'm not sport journalist.
No. After that, then he should. If not, I don't think he should kick a ball for Nigeria anymore.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. I don't think he should kick a ball for Nigeria anymore. If he does not apologize in this manner, I think the NFF should stand tall and use him stand as an antecedent to every other player who want to go berserk the way he just did. Because I think if this was not corrected rightly, every player would stand up and repeat the same, for lack of word, madness, moments of madness he did on social media. His Victor Osimhen is a good player, fantastic player, but you cannot see. I keep saying something here, and you know me, I'll stand by my words. No player is bigger than the club, no player is bigger than the national team. Nigeria's 150.
And no player is bigger than the coach as well.
150. There's no player without a coach. The good player, there's no good player without a coach. A coach can keep you, the best player keeps you in the bed. Who knows you? Nobody. 150 million pounds, million Nigerians play football in the street. Go to Abuja. There are 1,001 million of Victor Osimhen, but the fact is there's no opportunity. And it will be great for enough that Nigeria give him that platform at the under 17 level to showcase his talent and become what he is right now in world football. So for me, as much as I don't believe we should orchestrate him out of the national team or throw him away, no. I think for once is that he should come out, give a public, mark my word. I didn't say put a call to Finidi George. I said a public apology to Finidi George, the NFF and Nigeria, and then that can be sent, bygones can be bygones. Because I think every player has got a moment of madness. Maybe it's his own moment of madness, but come on. This should sound as deterrent. This is one too many. This is the third time he's doing this. And it's 10 warning should be given to him after the apology has been done. Because I tell you, no matter how I want to say it, he's a very good player, one of the best players in the world.
Absolutely. And when we talk about a player has been punished, recall that last season a certain Jadon Sancho of Manchester United had to go with his coach Eric Ten Hag, and we all saw what happened. The coach actually said, come apologize to me, and apologize publicly, the same way he went on social media to accuse the coach of lying. This young man refused, and ever since he never kicked a ball for Manchester United.
And the 3 lions.
You must add that. And currently, Jadon Sancho do not have a club. Yes, he has completed his loan spell at Borussia Dortmund.
It's a Man United, they put price tag. Let us say it's a Man United player about to be thrown away.
About to be thrown away because he won't kick a ball for Man United unless Eric Ten Hag is still in charge. He has been
needs
offered
to write a public apology and stay or find we hear Juventus want a signature, but they want a loan with option to buy. Come on, he's in Delaware.
As players like Mario Balotelli, Paul Pogba, these are players that are known for their feisty behavior, and at some point in time in their careers, they have to go down for unruly behavior. Victor Osimhen, come on.
Just reminded me of what a player Mr. was for Nigeria.
Absolutely, but he never had his own rant with the
No,
coaches.
he's a very
Rather,
good man.
he had with the NFF, but it was behind closed
No,
doors.
he's not going to go the route of social media. He walked out.
He walked out.
Yeah.
And before we walk out on the first segment on the show, let's quickly let you know that our own 100 meters queen Toby Amusa has once again underlined the ambition to finish on the podium table in the upcoming Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Recall that Mosu at the Samuel Memorial Stadium in the ongoing National Olympic Trials finished in the time of 12.78 seconds ahead of Deobi Sabubo, who finished second in 13.33 seconds, and Faith Osamuni, she came third with a time of 13.36 seconds. She joined the likes of Favor Ofili that have already booked their place in the Paris 200 meters in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games.
She's a big deal. I'm waiting for the Olympics. I can't wait. Look at the time she went with, almost close to her record, 12.76. I'm not mistaken. Tells you that she's a very, very good. Come on, she's one of the best. She's one of our medal hopeful at the Paris Olympic Games. I hope she's fit, she's ready, she's good to go, and I hope when the tournament begins, Nigeria begin to reckon the medals, because like I said, the target is Operation Surpass Atlanta 1996. I want to stand with the Minister of Sports here on this one. Operation Surpass, get us gold. We don't know where it's coming from. As Sam with Oshola, we will do our best to get medals. That's all we want. We want medals and medals and medals.
Absolutely.
And more medals.
On the mandate of the Nigerian Ministry of Sport, we will stand.
Exactly.
We will stand.
We stand with them on this one.
All right, so let's go on our first commercial break. When we return, we will be telling you what Coach Didier Deschamps says about Kylian Mbappe, who finished the game with a broken nose. And of course, the big one at tonight. Some person says the kids are finished playing. Now it is time for the big boys in Portugal to come rock the Euros. All these and many more loading on the show. Super Eagles players are making good moves. From the likes of Lazio to the likes of Sevilla to Kelechi. And we will talk more about this in the second half of the show. It is the still voice of the people, 96.1 FM Abuja, and I say welcome to the second half of the biggest sports show in the land. Sometimes when I say this with my full chest because I know I've got the spot, Bishop, and most importantly, I've got you. With your backing, with your calls, with your message, and of course, with your interaction, it gives us this vibe to go all out to give it the best as long as sport is concerned. My name still remains Franklin Imona, the one you love to call Uncle Fine Boy, and of course I have been driving the show with my co-pilot
Nonso Arinzeji, the sport bishop, the magistrate, the pilot, the prophet, the professor. Nonso Arinzeji. I hope you had a wonderful first part of the show where we looked into all the local news happening in the last 24 hours and so. But for now, we'll be shifting gear and heading out, of course, to what we know what to talk about. Talking about, of course, the foreign scene will bring you up to speed. The big news has to be, of course, the transfer market windows is officially open. The Euros 2024, and of course, we hear different leagues across Europe are beginning to release their fixtures for next season. All these guys on the show, so sit back, relax. It's gonna be a bomb.
Absolutely. All right, let's continue from the local scene, but this time a bit of the foreign scene, but it is more or less the foreign scene because it concerns our own Nigerian players as they are making international move. Remember that yesterday we told you of Chidera Ejuke's move to join Sevilla. That move is almost done and dusted as he has touched down Sevilla. He has completed his medical. Yeah. Of course, he has been
he has signed a 3-year deal at the Spanish club. Big deal for him, I tell you. Juke would be playing in Spanish La Liga with Sevilla come next season.
And not just only that, we hear that Serie A club Lazio are closing in on a deal for Nigerian midfielder Fisayo Dele Bashiru. This guy have just grown up from nowhere to somewhere. According to Sports Report, Risat Kana Obzedek, Lazio and Turkish Super League outfit, talking about the digital reporter, he said that Atayaspor have already agreed a 7 million euros a fee for the players. Dele Bashiru will undergo medical this week before signing his contract. The 22-year-old has spent just one season at Atayaspor, and Atayaspor cannot contain the firepower, the energy, the stability of this man. And he will link up with the club, talking about Lazio, on a free transfer, though he linked up with the Turkish giant last summer on a free transfer, and this club are making cool 7 million euros of our own boy Dele Bashiru.
We are not paying him before he left.
But he's our boy.
You know, it's from Nigeria. I will take that. He plays for the Super Eagles. He's scoring his competitive debut against South Africa. But the club has the right to make the money. They paid him in full, so they should make money from their investment. So good one is heading to the Italian Serie A, one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. This is what we want to see about our players.
True.
Play for the top 5 leagues in Europe and play for top clubs like Lazio.
And starting games.
Absolutely. And the boy's shown he's got the zest, the grit, he's got the passion, the drive to be and play at the top level. We saw that against South Africa. And we're hoping that he takes that drive to the next level. So good one for him. We hear it's like to be a 2-year deal we're hearing. But let's keep our fingers crossed. He's going to be leaving Turkey to Serie A. A massive step up.
And just so we are, the midfielder also got 8 goals in 36 league appearances for Ozana Puslat's side come last season. So it is a step up for his career. More of Nigerian players are making international move. We hear that Bundesliga 2 club FC Cologne have completed the signing of Nigerian-born midfielder Chilobem Onoha. Yes, Onoha made the switch from Bundesliga outfit RB Leipzig to join FC Cologne. The 19-year-old has, however, been loaned to 3rd division side SC Verl. In terms of his talent potential, Chilo brings with him a fairly complete package of athletic and technical skill, according to the managing director Christian Keller, as he told reporters concerning our own player. Sport Bishop is our own, talking about this young man, just 19 years old, and he's making a good move. We hear that he has been loaned to SC Verl for him to gather more experience and come back better.
It's a good one. I love the fact that our young players are now signing deal. We talked about one of them who could play for Nigeria, who also can play for England yesterday, who signed a contract, a permanent contract with Chelsea yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and then to see another Nigeria again being touted. We don't forget on the 17th. We had a player from the 20 team who joined up with Brentford as up last season as well. It's good to see our younger players going. Believe that there's a future for Nigerian football, especially in the diaspora. And who knows, they can become one day. Tell them, thank you for training me, but I want to play for the Spikes of Nigeria and add zest to our Super Eagles. That's the prayer we pray.
All right, but finally on the world of transfer for Nigerian player, we hear the Nigerian bad boy Victor Osimhen have said he would rather join one of his Premier League club suitors than to move to Paris Saint-Germain. Talking about the French league, as a 25-year-old is set to leave Napoli this summer. We hear that Arsenal and Chelsea have emerged as the front runners for his signature, and the former club Lille Metropole striker is eagerly awaiting calls from the door, according to report in Italy.
Absolutely.
It seems that Victor Osimhen says he would definitely move. He would rather move to the Premier League side, either Chelsea or Arsenal. Can Arsenal actually pay this? Can they get him? Can they pay his weekly wage?
Oh, yes, they can. Like I said, report from Fabrizio, well, one of the football experts, is saying that Arsenal are hoping, to go deep for his signature to try and lure him to the team, As much as, like I said, I hate his character, and actually he's a baller, absolute player. And he'll bring a lot to this Arsenal team. But wait until the battle is on. We hear he wants to play in the Premier League. He doesn't want to move to Paris Saint-Germain. After all, he's played in France before when he had a stint with Lille. So he wants a new lease of life, a new taste, he wants to conquer new territory. So I think we'll wait and see. What's England? Let's wait and see which team will get the signature. But we hear he has a £120 million buyout clause in his contract. The question is, who will be willing to fork out that amount of money or break the bank to get the services?
Arsenal will have to sell as much as 6 first-team players in order to get Victor Osimhen, and of course pay his weekly wage. You're looking at French players like Martinelli, players at the midfield like Thomas Partey, who were not relatively used largely last season by coach Mikel Arteta. But let's see how it goes. As for Chelsea, I think they have their hands full already.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah, they're still signing in players as we speak. And see, if there's one thing I trust about it, they can still go in for this player. It's still doable. We had some players who still leave at the cost of the season, the cost of the transfer market, and they could take their money and reinvest it in Osimhen. So never rule Chelsea out. We've learned that they can spread don't forget, they can spread the payment for 5 years. Done it before with other players. So
with Enzo Fernandez, they spread it for 8 years. Eight.
Before they brought the new rule came and said you can't spread more than 5 years.
Wow.
Because of Chelsea they did that because most of their plans was like 8 years, 7 years, 6 years. So no, this is sad for our business. Let us ensure that everybody can really pay for a period of 5 years, and I think that's what they would just do, if you ask.
Absolutely. 070-0010-961-961. 070-0010-961-961. Keep your calls coming on that number, your WhatsApp message, your WhatsApp voice note as well. We would love to hear from you. And with that, Spot Bishop, let's move to the Euros.
Absolutely.
Once again, it is still 070-0010-961-961. 070-0010-961-961. In case you're finding it difficult to get across to us rather, due to the network, do well to switch over to the WhatsApp line. It is still the same number, but come on, you can reach us expressly on WhatsApp with your message, WhatsApp call, or WhatsApp voice note. We would love to hear from you, and we promise to give you a voice. Once again, it is 070-0010-961-961 on WhatsApp. All right, so in the world of the Euros, it's been glitz, it's been glamour, it's been fantastic, it's been under 3.5 for those that are into...
For the punters.
For the investors. Call them investors. Come on, they're investing their football knowledge on paper. But then is something it is not unprecedented. It's usually happening in these Scandinavian countries, and one of them to four culprits of these is Serbia. We hear that disciplinary proceedings have been opened against the Football Association of Serbia over alleged inappropriate behavior by its fans over the country's Euros 2024 match against England. Charges against the FSS include throwing of objects and transmitting a provocative message outfit of a sports event. The European football body says in a statement, Sport Bishop, you needed to set those guys with chairs, with clubs, with bottles, with stakes, throwing it at the English fans. We saw them smashing car windows, smashing a shop window. It was violent.
Passion, but misplaced passion. You know, I love to see fans who will come out for their country, who will sing the national anthem with pride, who will come out and scream their team to victory. But I think they took it one too far. You know, come on, you don't. As much as you want to enjoy the game, you don't encroach into somebody else's rights. You know, as a human being, how do you smash a man's car? Do you pay for his insurance?
You don't do that. Come on,
absolutely.
Football is fair play.
It's fair play, guys, and as much as we know they played so well, fantastically well against France, the result didn't go their way because of a certain man, Kylian Mbappe. But to be sincere with you, I think they had a good time. They should have gone overboard. I think they went overboard. But yeah, they come on. I think they took too far. It's not acceptable. But I hope that Euro will hit them hard. The hammer will come hard on the Serbians so that they will know they've got 2 more games in the competition or more if they qualify. So it's not what you see, football is fair play. It's bringing everybody together, and for me, it's totally not acceptable. Not today, not tomorrow, not any other day.
And meanwhile, Kosovo and Serbia filed complaints against each other with UEFA over the same issue. We hear that UEFA control ethics and disciplinary body, but decide on the matter in due course, according to reporter. We continue to follow these updates.
What are they deciding on? Hammer them.
They will look at it holistically. They won't approach the OB van to check anything. They are going to.
There is a new equipment in the VR. It's called sneakometer. Have you heard about it?
Of course, I have.
It tells you whether a baller hit someone or not. Like for that Hamburger or Luis Openda, it showed that there was a touch. He hit his body, so you see the mark will then go up. He hit it, so it tells you it's good for offsiders. But knows when it hits the body, where the guy is, and if it hits the hand. So,
absolutely, and also penalties as well.
New rules. You know what I'm talking about.
And we love it.
Yeah.
It makes the game credible, but of course, it takes away that adrenaline pumping.
I don't know what it takes away from you. I love it. Absolutely.
All right, let's just stick with the Euros as this man, it seems that the older it gets, the sweeter it becomes. N'Golo Kante, this man got me smiling seeing the France-Serbia game yesterday.
I thought you were complaining when he was listening.
At first, I was, no doubt. I was. But Sport Bishop, this guy really mesmerized me. And undoubtedly, he won the man of the match. Simple, classic.
I was not happy with the organizers. I think he deserves 2 of the trophies.
Which?
The 2 trophies. Man of the match, like 2 of it.
Oh.
Because he played like 2 people.
My
the guy
goodness.
was stunned. He was everywhere. Defensively solid. Attacking wise, he was one of the best players. He put in a shift in. He worked so hard. I saw him attacking. Then I saw him defend. I said, why? I added 2 N'Golo Kante in the pitch of play. The man rolled back the years.
At just 33 years.
Come on. And he's got more years to play. So brace up for those who think he's old. He's got like 4 or 5 years to go. He'll be at the next one.
Sport Bishop, please reduce your voice because Moses Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, as well as Conor Gallagher, these 3 players are yet to meet N'Golo Kante's standard. And Chelsea fans are watching, who watch rather, N'Golo Kante's performance.
They let him go.
Come on.
For such an unscrupulous amount of money for a handout.
And we hear that fans are beginning to attack Todd Bowley and Mauricio Pochettino's their home. Why did you let him go?
What a player he was, absolutely. As much as the press, the paparazzi will be around Kylian Mbappe, and the nose injuries will come to that very soon. And his cross was deflected in. The man who ran the show, who did the job, is no other than N'Golo Kante. Absolutely.
Coach Didier Shaw has come out to say that Kylian Mbappe will not go under the knife or go through the surgery process to correct his broken nose. We hear that he was covered in blood following that area collision he had with a Serbian player in their game yesterday. N'Golo Kante once again was quite impeccable, though he didn't score, but it was his shot, or rather his cross, that was turned into Serbians back of the net by their own players, Busa, in that game, Sport Bishop.
Exactly, good game for France. I think the rule says don't lose your first game. So it doesn't matter whether it is how they won it, but they were in dominance. They should have scored. Mbappe missed a glorious chance when it was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. But at the end of the day, Deschamps will look at it as one. Don't forget it. They forced him to beat Austria in a very long time. You know, since this man took charge, talking about Rufai, they have not lost a game. So they lose to them. It's about starting the campaign on a winning note, which is what's important for them at the moment.
What's important for them at the moment is all about getting all 3 points. And one man from Austria, Sabitzer, he was instrumental in that game, Sport Bishop. Again, remember, after the game, I sent you a message.
You did.
Better than Portugal. Between them and, of course, Slovakia. But in the second goal, VAR told Lukaku, not today. Your goals will not count.
VAR told them, today we will use it on you. We are going to use it. The VAR we're watching all the games, there's no VAR. Says, today we're going to use the VAR on you. But rightly so, one of them, the first goal was offside. Lukaku was straight upside. I think he was a bit lazy not to come back before time for that knockback from Onana. And of course, the second one was clearly a handball. So officially, I think the VAR at the end of the day, after wasting much of our time, they got the decision right, which is what's important. And that's why we got the technology in the first place. I think finally Europe is starting to understand how to use the VAR. Just like AFCON was flawless. Europe so far has been flawless, I must tell you. So a big win for Slovakia, who are ranked how many places below England? These guys 45 places because they are 48 in the world, but they got the job done. Bang on the money. Slovakia. I think this is the biggest one, or one of the biggest win in their history.
Absolutely, Slovakia. It was a goal scored by Shranza, courtesy of a goalkeeping error. That not really a goalkeeping error, a misplaced pass from Jeremy Doku.
You know, I told you clearly that of course that they will be more upset. I didn't know it was happening immediately after the show yesterday, and that's what happened. Absolutely crazy stuff, but. That's why we love the Euros.
Fans are patiently, eagerly waiting for the big one that will be going down later tonight. Would there be another upset between Portugal and Czech Republic? That game is built for 8 p.m. While at 5 p.m. exactly 4 minutes to kick off, Turkey will take on Georgia. But all eyes will be on Ororo himself. Talking about the record goal scorer for international competition as well as a world footballer, Cristiano Ronaldo. He will captain his Portuguese side to their game against Czech. But some persons say he should come from the bench.
And that person should be stunned and sent out of the building.
Oh, wow.
Ronaldo is an ardent winner. Should I say, I want to use the right word. He's a perennial campaigner. He's a record goal scorer. He's the la creme de la creme in world football. He's the best player in Portugal at the moment. He should lead the line.
In history, he's the best.
Oh, yes. So, Luis Figo may look at you and ask you, are you looking at goals or what I played? So, but let's leave the argument for another day. But I think he's one of the best players at the moment. He's not the best player at the moment.
5 times Ballon d'Or winner with Figo. Multiple Champions League winner.
There were so many players doing well. There were Ronaldo, De Lima, there was Zidane.
Ronaldo, I see so many players doing well, but just that both of them stands out.
There's only one player doing well, but others are just working.
Kylian is there, Harry Kane is there, Haaland is there.
Copa Trophy, the young player of the year.
Oh, look
but anyway.
Okay, is there a goal for Ronaldo tonight?
Absolutely.
Penalty or tapping?
I don't care. He puts the ball in the back of the net. I bet him to get a goal with this encounter all day long. He's a goal scorer. He's a natural. He doesn't struggle. It comes naturally. It's from God. So what you say, he does it with ease. So I tip him to get Portugal over the line again and start their campaign.
Finally on the show, Sport Bishop, we hear that Ronald McIlroy says he will take a time away from golf following his dramatic late collapse at the US Open, calling it one of his toughest day in his career. And NBA actions that resume later early hours.
Adjusted already.
Really?
Early hours of
Tell us the update.
I tell you, bosses, I think are champions, and champions they are. They have won the title. For the 18th time, record 18th time NBA title between the last Mavericks was a washout. I think it was 106 to 88. And I tell you, the last yes, one man did well. Look at Doncic. He scored a double. He scored, I think, was it 25 points and 60 rebounds or assists. he got a double-double. But one man stood out. He was the MVP of the finals. You know his name?
Of course.
Jalen Brown. Absolutely, not Jason Tatum. I know you want to say Jason Tatum. But Jalen Brown, the good thing about Jalen Brown was this. He was consistent. No, there's some days that Jason Tatum may score 40, 50, and then 20. But this guy was always giving you 30 back-to-back. Jalen Brown. He's been named the NBA Finals MVP of the year. He's helped his team to the final. Finally, Boston Celtics have won it for the first time since 2008. This team is, we told you when they got 3-0 up, I told you no team has come back from that. We saw the Dallas Mavericks, they tried to play.
They tried. They won the fourth set.
They were just delaying the rainy day. But the rain finally fell.
Eventually.
Early hours of this morning. Yeah.
Congratulations, Jalen Brown, as he joins the likes of King Davis. King James, I beg your pardon. Talking about
King LeBron James.
Oh, King James.
Because he look like a Bible.
LeBron James. He also joined the likes of the late Kobe Bryant, and not forgetting Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, and the rest of them. Congratulations to Boston Celtic, as they will go all night and all week long celebrating this win. Join us at the same time tomorrow, as our time is finally up on the show. If you love what we did, come on, give us more calls, give us more messages, and of course, more WhatsApp voice notes tomorrow on the show, time 4 p.m. But do not worry, sport returns on your speakers bright and early, 8:30 a.m. We will be back on the show, Sport Beats.
Absolutely. Okay, but for now, from now to